This is Mac OS Ken.
A $500 million Apple investment in the U.S., global expansion for Apple Health initiatives, and it could be a huge year for Apple TV Plus at the Emmys. It is Wednesday, the 16th of July, 2025. I'm Ken Ray, and this is news from Mac OS Ken, brought to you by yours truly and supported by people like you, patrons through Patreon. Find out more and add your support at patreon.com/MacOSKen. We know where some of Apple's $500 billion in U.S. investment is going. The Cupertino company issued a press release Tuesday announcing a $500 million investment in conjunction with MP Materials on manufacturing and recycling facilities to process recycled rare earth elements. With this multi-year deal, Apple says it is committed to buying American-made rare earth magnets developed at MP Materials' flagship Independence facility in Fort Worth, Texas. What does Apple use rare earth magnets for? While the firm doesn't say exactly, an entry on the magnets from Wikipedia lists several uses that seem immediately obvious to the Cupertino company. They include loudspeakers, headphones, and motors. In addition to buying what Fort Worth is selling, the release says Apple and MP Materials will also work together to establish a cutting-edge rare earth recycling line in Mountain Pass, California, and develop novel magnet materials and innovative processing technologies to enhance magnet performance. Quoted in the release, Apple CEO Tim Cook is said to have said, "Rare earth materials are essential for making advanced technology, and this partnership will help strengthen the supply of these vital materials here in the U.S. Made for Apple products, which are made around the planet, the Fort Worth magnets will go global." The press release says the American-made magnets will be shipped across the country and all over the world, helping to meet increasing global demand for the material. A few Apple Health initiatives have expanded globally. Pieces from Mac Rumors have word of the AirPods Pro 2 hearing health initiatives going wider, as well as the expansion of sleep apnea detection for recent models of Apple Watch and some heart health monitoring. Up first in hearing. The hearing test for AirPods Pro 2 and iOS 18.1 or later has made its way to a few new countries. That's now live in Argentina, Ecuador, Honduras, Indonesia, Israel, Kazakhstan, Moldova, Palestinian territories, Serbia, Taiwan, Thailand, Ukraine, and Vietnam. According to the piece, tests that demonstrate mild to moderate hearing loss will give iPhone users the option to turn on the hearing aid feature of their AirPods in countries where that's available. That list has also expanded. Countries where the AirPods can be hearing aids now include Cyprus, Ecuador, Honduras, Indonesia, Israel, Kazakhstan, Moldova, Palestinian territories, Serbia, Taiwan, Thailand, Ukraine, and Vietnam. Shifting to sleepy time. Sleep apnea detection for Apple Watch Series 9, Apple Watch Series 10, and Apple Watch Ultra 2 checks for the condition where a person's breathing repeatedly stops and starts again during sleep. It can now be detected in Argentina, Australia, Christmas Island, Cocos Keeling Islands, Ecuador, Heard and McDonald Islands, Honduras, Indonesia, Moldova, Norfolk Island, Serbia, Taiwan, Thailand, Ukraine, and Vietnam. And finally, a slew of heart health measurements is turning up a few more places. Those include ECGs and irregular heart rhythm notifications for Argentina, Costa Rica, and Serbia. AFib history is now available in Argentina and Serbia, according to the report. The third public betas of iOS 18.6, iPadOS 18.6, and macOS Sequoia 15.6 are out. So says a piece from Mac Rumors. Same goes for watchOS 11.6 according to the piece. Vision OS still doesn't get public betas for some reason, so don't go looking for that. And the TV OS beta seems to be out of sync again. The second public beta of tvOS 18.6 ran about a day behind the rest of the last round. No mention of the third tvOS 18.6 beta in Tuesday's Mac Rumors report. News around Apple retail locations. We'll start with a couple of closures. First, a piece from Mac Rumors says the Cupertino Company's Westfield Hornsby location in Hornsby, New South Wales, Australia, will be permanently closing in October. Apple didn't say why the store is being shuttered, just it's decided not to renew its lease, according to the report. Mac Rumors says Hornsby employees will be able to continue their employment at the nearby Chatswood Chase location. Funny thing, Chatswood Chase has actually been closed for several months for renovation, though the piece says it's expected to reopen in October. Back here in the States, news of another closure. A separate piece from Mac Rumors has Apple closing Michigan's Partridge Creek location. Found in Clinton Township, a suburb of Detroit, the company hasn't said when that location's going to close. However, some secret so-and-sos tell the site that that'll be happening next month. As with the Hornsby store, Apple does not say why it is shutting the store it's shutting, just that they will not continue the Partridge Creek lease. Also, as with the Hornsby site, affected employees will have the opportunity to continue their roles with Apple. While the company does not say where they can go, it does mention other stores in the area, including a new retail location in downtown Detroit, opening later this year. If you're in the Los Angeles area, Beats is throwing a public party this weekend. To mark the release of new cables and new colors for the Beats Pill speaker, a piece from Apple Insider says the Apple subsidiary is hosting a 3-day event in LA with music, prize draws, and an exclusive drink. Don't get too excited about that last one. The drink's especially themed Beats Berry Sweet Cloud Matcha, according to Apple Insider. The first 50 people who buy one of those drinks will get a free Beats cable, though it's unclear whether that's the first 50 people every day or the first 50 people on the first day. That said, every drink purchase also enters buyers into a drawing for such products as a Mad Happy and Beats Pill speaker in blush pink or navy blue, Beats Solo 4 in slate blue or cloud pink, Beats iPhone 16 MagSafe cases in sunrise pink or twilight blue, and other Beats stuff. The event is called Pantry and Beats. It'll happen at Pantry, West Hollywood, a cafe inside of Mad Happy West Hollywood, serving coffee, tea, pastries, and other stuff cafes serve. Mad Happy is an LA clothing brand that's been around since 2017. The event runs this Friday, the 18th of July, through Sunday, the 20th, 11 a.m. to 6 p.m., all 3 days. It'll also feature a set by DJ Lumia on Saturday from noon to 3. And finally today, while some Apple TV Plus shows have had big years heading into the Primetime Emmy Awards, this is a big year for Apple TV Plus across the board. Primetime Emmy noms were announced on Tuesday, and Mac Rumors says the Cupertino streamer pulled in 81 of them. Reports from Variety and 9to5Mac have an even 50 of those coming from just 2 shows. Severance has been nominated for 27 Primetime Emmy Awards, while The Studio has been nominated for 23, both tying and breaking a record. The record tied is the one set last year by The Bear for most nominations for a comedy at 23, while the record broken is for most nominations for a comedy in its debut year. That was set in 2021 by Ted Lasso, when it took 20. For major category nominations, Apple TV Plus took 2 in Best Drama, 1 for Severance and 1 for Slow Horses, 2 for Best Actor in a Drama, Adam Scott for Severance and Gary Oldman for Slow Horses, 2 for Best Actress in a Drama, Britt Lauer for Severance and Sharon Horgan for Bad Sisters, 3 for Best Supporting Actor in a Drama, Zach Cherry, Tramell Tillman, and John Turturro, all for Severance, 1 for Best Supporting Actress in a Drama, Patricia Arquette for Severance, 2 shows in Best Comedy, Shrinking and The Studio, 2 for Best Actor in a Comedy, Jason Segel for Shrinking and Seth Rogen for The Studio, 3 for Best Supporting Actor in a Comedy, Ike Barinholtz for The Studio and Harrison Ford and Michael Urie, both for Shrinking, and 3 for Best Supporting Actress in a Comedy, Jessica Williams for Shrinking, and Kathryn Hahn and Catherine O'Hara, both for The Studio. That list goes on, including 6 guest spot nominations for The Studio, 2 guest nominations for Severance, 4 nominations for the limited series Presumed Innocent, 1 for Dope Thief, 1 for Disclaimer, 1 for The Gorge, 1 for Deaf President Now, as well as writing and directing nominations for Slow Horses, Severance, and The Studio. Pro tip: everyone who wins should thank Sal Saperstein. IYKYK. The 77th Emmy Awards will be broadcast and streamed live on the 14th of September at 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern. It'll be carried over the air on CBS affiliates, with streaming available through select packages on Paramount+. macOS Ken, brought to you by me, and supported by people like you, patrons through Patreon. Find out more and add your support at patreon.com/macOSKen. Advertising handled by Backbeat Media, online at backbeatmedia.com. You can find me on Mastodon, macOSKen at mastodon.social. You can also send me an email, info@macosken.com. Until next time, that is news from macOS Ken. I'm Ken Ray.
Leonard likes this post.